So this is my post EVO tier list. Ken's broken, you know, Luke's been good, Blanca's top 5 now, and I'm like, look, all right, I generally think that my opinion of the game kind of hasn't changed ish. However, I am going to add a new area. A+ literally means they are just like, they are the characters that can fight the top tiers, but they're just, you know, like 1 or 2 things away from being broken. My top 1 in this game, and it is still true to this day, I don't care what you say. Don't care. I don't care what people say. This character literally denies you to play the game. If you don't have ways around projectiles, it's very rough. This guy has very good buttons. He can set up traps where you try to drive impact and it doesn't work. Some of the best supers, some of the best conversions, he's just very... When you prevent people playing the game, I feel like it is really, really annoying. Second character probably be... I mean, come on. He's probably within my top 5 somewhere. You know, this can fluctuate, but this character is a freaking crazy menace, bro. You get clipped once, corner. He has a throw loop. He has solid buttons. If people thought slow fireball would be a negative, I mean, it's both a negative and a positive because you can drive impact his fireball. However, most times Ken players, very solid Ken players, will not be put in that position. Literally, it's just like, what does he not have? Probably other than like a plus frame button, but I think he's meant to not have it because you can do target combos and everything. Ken is just a really solid character. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. She's still a menace. Just because, now here's the thing. People think, oh, there weren't no juries in top 24, therefore this is invalid. No, because you guess what? You know how many freaking, what is it? Jury players got smoked by other good character? I got smoked by Ken. Some probably got smoked by JP. Some probably got smoked by Guile. Like, the list goes on and on. She may not have crazy ways around fireballs, but I think she's one of those characters where, like, you know, you gotta... Ken necessarily doesn't have ways around fireballs either, you know, except for DP, but he has to gamble on it. So, yeah, I think she's still in there. She still has, like, pretty much everything in the game. Now, here's one that I think people will be surprised, or not be surprised that it's up there, but kind of like from my old tier list, you know, I put him a bit lower. But this character, bro... this character, bro. I thought he was A+. I always thought, like, you know, the counter is a negation, but as I'm playing against him more and more, bro, this character is so stupid, bro. He has a parry and then he goes to level 1 or he can mix you up. And I'm like, oh my god, there's too many options behind that. Like, I can't, if I try to drive rush and I see a JP crouching, I can't drive rush because this button, the hurt box is not there, bro. You know, he may not have a DP, but he has essentially equivalent of DP. He can play like NRS, so no interactions. He can set up crazy traps. I think he looks cool, of course, and everything, but bro, this character definitely is super good in this game. Next one, probably the DJ. I think DJ is fairly solid. He pretty much has a lot of stuff. The only thing that takes him away is like buttons sometimes aren't special cancel, but I think that's his shtick. You can't do like stand me and punch drive rush, you know, or crouching heavy punch drive rush. But it's like these can link it to other stuff. He does do good against like a good amount of the top tier, so he is pretty fucking good. Might put Luke. Looks pretty solid. I think we all know this. Luke is just overall just a very good character. He may fluctuate maybe because he's too simple, but I think he's just still doing what he does. I'm gonna put Blanca up there. I think he's up there. This character is such an oddball, but the fact that he's good, I'm like, bro. But this character with the setups, one of the best level 2s, can deny people. He can like mess you up based on your reactions and everything. This character, like the amount of damage he does, I'm just like, bro, I think I'm seeing it. I put him a bit lower, like I think A+ or something last time, but kind of seeing, especially from Mena, like Mena and Wolfgang and all them, he's definitely there. He's eating good. I think that's where I start to fall off after S+. Actually, you know what? Nah. One last one. Cammy. She was gonna be the leader of A+, but I think she's up here. I think all these characters just like are really good at the game. I think Cammy being able to deal with top tiers is very good. It's just weird that she sometimes gets annoyed by lower tier characters, and it's super weird because she's really just like she can handle all these characters pretty well, right? Like she's a counter to JP. She can fight Jury. She can fight Ken. She can fight all these characters. Yet put her against like a Geef or a Honda or something and she starts being annoyed, I'm like, damn, it's super weird. But she overall is very good. She's basically the rush down equivalent of just like, you know, I'm in your face. Good normals, good throw game. She has a dive kick. She has a way around projectiles, which is very rare in this game. She may not do the crazy most damage. She does do a good chunk of damage when she needs to, but when she gets in, oh yeah, she's sticking to you like butter. So right now we're gonna fall to the A+ tier, where I think, you know, these characters can win, but you know, either maybe we haven't seen too much of representation of it, or not too much representation, but like I'm not feeling them just yet to be up there, or I'm thinking like maybe they're one buff away from just being super good. Chun-Li is a prime example of that. I think she's a leader of this. I think she's very good. I just, you know, I think I'm just not feeling Chun-Li being like super S tier, like godlike, you know. I'm finding the nuances in her, because I think depending on what stance she does and depending on what she does, you can like jab it, of course, but it all depends on where you're at and everything. Fireball's pretty good. It's pretty solid buttons. I think maybe they just randomly buff her, like all of a sudden make a Zanshu or something super dumb, then maybe. But you know, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is from Chun-Li. I think she's good, but I'm feel like she's missing something, you know. Marissa, I think, is up here. What do you want me to say about this character? Muscle mommy do go burr. Like when she's putting you into 50-50, I think that it's genuine, just you better hope and pray, because she can either command grab, meaty, regular throw, bait you, and if she baits your DP or something, oh boy, you're taking probably 50 to 60% damage minimum. And if she has everything, oh, you're dead. There's no excuse. Probably A+ also, I think, is Rashid. Now that we've had about 2 weeks ish with him, I think it's fairly safe to like see where he's at. I don't think he's around here. I think he has a pretty solid kit, but I don't think he's playing, you know, Street Fighter 6. The only reason why I say is that when you think of Rashid, I think of like, you know, crazy like double halal chop, medium punch, takes to the corner, and he has the corner carry, he has the throw game, he has the setups, he has all that. However, I think the one thing he's lacking is like drive rush normals, and also just the normals that top tiers have. When you think of a low forward, you think of Juries or Kens, you know, those go super far. Rashid's go decently far, but not as far as theirs, I feel. He's just an oddball. I think he's not too bad though with everything else though, but it just feels like when I play with him, I'm like, I feel like Jury would reach here. If he got a bit more range, he would feel like a top-esque character, but I'm not, you know, I'm not feeling it just yet. A tier, probably put Honda. Honda is like, he's an oddball character. I mean, he's a menace to society, sure, but he also has his like terrible matchups and good matchups. Like I know Blanc players do not like facing against Honda. It's just super annoying because he messes up charge and everything. I think he generally has some of the simplest moves, and they're way too good. I know they try to revolve around parry and everything, but I'm like, bro, -4 and like the pushback, I'm like, no, it makes no sense in my head. I'm like, bro, if you go by sound and everything, or you go by distance, it should be plus or minus. That's what it should be. But Capcom said no, screw it. So I'm just like, okay. But yeah, Honda, I don't care if this character like they want him to be good. I'm like, no, take him down, bro. Knock him down a peg. I'm not sure if I feel anyone else is like, I'm not sure if these characters I want to put them A or B tier. Dhalsim and Manon, I want to put them up there, but I'm like, I need to see them. But I think Dhalsim may be up here. I'm feeling Dhalsim. Like Dhalsim, one of those characters, it takes a hot minute to figure out like where he's at. Genuinely, I genuinely think it takes him like a hot minute to figure out where people feel about him, but I think he's around here for now. I forgot about Ryu. I forgot about the main man. I think Ryu's right here. Ryu's an epitome of like, he can do what he can. He's an epitome of like, can you work around fireballs? No. All right. Can you do a BS? No. All right. I can play my game a bit. B tier, these characters have flaws, but they could like fluctuate depending on, you know, what changes about them. I think Lily's the queen right here. I think she's generally the queen. And I think Kimberly's up here too. These two, I think they can fuck up tournament runs. A first to two Kimberly, who just goes in and you're like, why are you keep hitting me and I keep getting hit? I think it can mess you up. I think it literally can cook as well. Manon is here. I think she's supposed to be like, you know, this grappler and everything, but She doesn't get Oki off of stuff. And she does stamina punch, drive rush. You can EXP if you have EXP. So, and guess what? Look how many of these characters have an EXP to like to just negate her. Like the amount of times I've seen Idon versus any god player ever, and my man, he has no ways around fireball. So it's like generally he has to walk parry. Like he doesn't have a way to absorb it. He doesn't have a way to like go around it. She has to walk parry and get lucky jump-ins. And Manon's like, some of her buttons, like her stand heavy kick is negative on hit. So I think it's very annoying for Manon to deal with the top tiers, because it's like, bro, if they do certain like one thing or one or two things, and it's like, what are you gonna be do? And as Manon, you don't really have much. I have to say it's very annoying. However, she has a character that can mess up your run. And I also put Jamie up right here too. I think Jamie's fairly good. I generally think like Jamie depending on the drink levels, like he goes up. Base Jamie is like right here. Give him drink 1, drink 2, and 3 and 4 is right here. Literally, as the drink, the more you drink, the higher the character goes. I don't like, once he gets that level 1, he gets a Daiki and a Tarkon that they all use. Starting off is definitely very annoying, but if he gets the end game going and he does it pretty well, he gets fairly go up there. But you know, I mean, Stand Fierce breaks the armor. He's overall pretty solid. It's just, you know, he needs to build it up, and sometimes building it up is very annoying. And Geef, honestly, I think the drive rush, bro. I play Danny Fam. I play Danny Fam in so many games, and the amount of times he had to commit to like a stand like kick with drive rush into drive rush, and he's burnt out, and he has to fight to stop him from getting him burnout is like super crazy to me. I think he's okay-ish. You know, he does the damage with the command grabs and all that stuff, and he has the gimmicks. You don't have low forward drive rush. Your drive rush is not crazy good. You get annoyed very easily by like a lot of characters in this game that can just be like, well, I don't want to deal with that. I don't think it fits the game. That's just me. This is kind of like what I'm feeling about the game right now. I fairly think that most would agree with me. I think some people disagree about certain like top tiers being where they are, but you know, I generally think that it can flip-flop. I generally think I got a good grasp on like where characters can be, because I'm pretty sure if I talk to any of these players who play these characters, I think people would agree or disagree. You know, if you like this, let me know. You know, judge me, say I'm wrong, because you know, your opinion matters more. But yeah, make sure to like this video, comment down what you think, subscribe. I would generally appreciate it. And yeah, peace out, YouTube. Have fun with my tier list.